This is Stephen Roberson, prep coordinator for The Record. We're going to open this week's third installment of Quick Hits at Linden High School, site of this week's matchup between Mark Loureiro at Escalon High and Mark Miller at Linden. Combined, the two have close to a half-century of coaching experience at their alma maters. Miller is in his second coaching stint with the Lions. First coached Lions from 1976 until 1997. After more than a decade off the sidelines, Miller returned in 2010. The Lions started 4-3 in his first season back, but lost their last 3 games to miss the playoffs. Last year, they went 5-5 in the regular season and advanced to the playoffs for the first time since 2004.
Going against an Escalon team that is always a section contender, is this a challenge they welcome?
Oh, absolutely. Well, number one, our home opener's here. It's in Lion Stadium, and they know they're playing a real formidable opponent. Linden and Escalon go back a long time, it's close to our 50th meeting on the gridiron. So there's a lot of history here. And they're looking forward to the excitement of being in Lion Stadium.
On the other sideline is Mark Loureiro, now in his 24th season with Escalon.
To raise my family in this town, to be able to coach my friends' kids, to be able to coach, people I grew up with in town, to add to tradition here. My dad was the coach and athletic director for years before I came along, and so it's just kind of like, adding to the legacy of, the football here, and, it means a lot, to be recognized as one of the top small school programs in the state.
2 years ago, the Cougars won the Division III state championship. They became the first public school to win the Division III state championship. Last season, with many players returning, the Cougars went 13-0, advanced to the Sac Joaquin Section Division IV championship before losing to Hillmar.
Okay, too much of a loop there. We'll go with 2 huddles over this way. The D-line will go down there with the coaches on this, all right? On the break, get there. Ready? Ready! Let's go.
Kickoff on Friday night is 7:30 p.m. at Lions Stadium. Escalon has dominated this series in recent years, last year winning 62-7. Escalon, of course, one of the section's most accomplished teams. Their 13 section championships are tied for second with Central Catholic. Central Catholic hosts St. Mary's this week. The Rams going for a 3-0 start. St. Mary's senior quarterback Caleb Parrish completed his first 9 pass attempts last week and finished 14 for 16 for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 31-26 win over Bakersfield-Stockdale that improved the Rams to 2-0. Stag also looks to open the season 3-0 this week when the Delta Kings host 0-2 Franklin on Friday at 7:15. Tokay travels to Western Ranch at 7:15 on Friday night, looking for their 3rd straight win. Tigers blew out Placerville El Dorado on Friday after opening the season with a one-sided win over Bear Creek. Zach Greenlee's late touchdown pass to Osha Washington beat Pleasant Grove 34-27, and even Lincoln's record at 1-1, 1 week after a disappointing loss to Elk Grove in the opening week of the season. The Trojans will travel to Berkeley on Friday at 7:30 in what should be their easiest matchup of an extremely difficult non-league schedule. Lodi and McNair have both beaten up on Sacramento Sheldon in the early weeks of the season. McNair improved to 2-0 last week with a win over Bear Creek, while Lodi, who did not play a 0-week game, beat up on Sheldon to start the season 1-0. The teams will face off on Friday at Lodi's Great Bowl. Delta College opened the season with a 28-20 win over Chabot on Saturday. The Mustangs travel to Reedley College to play Saturday night at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching Quick Hits, and follow Friday's football action at recordnet.com.